Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Minecraft. I'm just gonna fall off this ledge here real quick. Nope. I'm joined here today by NihonTiger.
Hi, and by the way, lies, you don't play Minecraft? What is this wizardry?
I know, it's been like a year since I've been on the server. Or
Well,
maybe not a year since I've been on the server, but it's been like a year since I've put out a video, so
Yes.
shh.
It's okay, I won't tell anybody.
So, there's a couple things we're going to be doing here in today's episode. The first thing that I want to do is kind of give a little bit of a tour of my house. I consider it about 90% done at this point, so I've been limping through building this stupid thing for a long time, so I'm excited that it's mostly done. And what else are we going to be doing today, Nihon?
Well, I think we might be going around and exploring and looking for a site for our secret project, which we'll talk about. It will be secret in a little bit, so just keep your pants on.
I have an unwanted guest. Hold on.
Oh. Oh my.
I want that, but I don't want the meat. It can just sit there.
Got some...
So yeah, welcome to my house. This took me so long to build. I think I live streamed it. I didn't record hardly any of it. Yeah, that was back when I was planning on just live streaming the server, but yeah. Anyway,
plans change.
we have to do a little bit of interior decorating, I think, but for the most part, I would consider especially this floor to be done. So,
Yeah.
some of the,
You need a big screen TV. That's the first thing you need. Big screen TV, a big fluffy couch.
oh,
And then I think you're good to
absolutely,
go. Yes.
absolutely. Like this wall right here is probably going to be a TV wall. Get a nice
that's-
big 52-inch screen
You
TV
could get like,
here.
or you could get one that has like multiple monitors on it. So you got like a big one and then like a bunch of little ones. You could
Something
watch
like my desk setup.
you could watch everything all at once. It'd be like watching all the SMBUHC videos. Oh, I shouldn't say anything about SMBUHC, should I? No, there's nothing planned for that yet.
No,
Yeah,
certainly
but
not.
I'm going to badger the hell out of everybody until it happens. I'm gonna kill everyone. What'd you say, Scott?
Nothing. I was just kind of musing about that. I think that while there is no confirmation of a UHC, certainly not. Nope. No UHC. I think that I would do very mediocre.
Yeah, it's all right.
But yeah, I don't even remember what I was going to do with this. This will probably just
Uh,
connect down to a storage area or something like that.
Basement's fine.
Over here, we have this kind of corridor way that leads down, and this is going to be a rail line that leads directly down into my caves of despair,
Ooh.
otherwise known as my mines.
Ah.
Yeah, but there's really nothing down there that people haven't seen already. So, yeah, actually, I do think that I'm going to be building like a storage area off that way. But anyway, I digress.
That would make sense. Yep.
Just quickly give a tour upstairs, and then we'll be on our way. So that's all I have for a bed so far. Kind of sad.
A simple bed, but
And
soon.
of course, very nice sort of, what would you call this? A deck?
The deck of ooh. That's what I called it, right?
The deck of
No, it's gotta be the deck of ooh, because you gotta say it really fast, right? Deck of ooh.
Deku.
Look at me making Zelda references here.
Oh, you can see the rail line that me and Dadcraft put together to get the Guardian.
Wow, that's gotta go pretty far, huh?
It does. That was a massive project, and I'll probably release that video at some point, someday.
Someday.
Those were some good times. Essentially, the too long didn't read is that me and Dadcraft captured a Guardian, no, the Elder Guardian. You know, the big one, not the little
Yes.
guys, the big one. We brought it all the way to Chris's base because he's building that zoo thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we buried the Elder Guardian inside the mountains so that it would, it does that thing where it
Triggers the mining
it
fatigue
spooks
and
you.
stuff.
Yeah. So
I remember the first time it happened. That's actually on one of my Neocraft episodes. The first time I got spooked by one of those, and I literally jump. Like I just go like, ah! It's like terrifying. It was great.
it's all
Like, in hindsight, it was like great.
Oh man, good times. Yeah, no, I'll probably put that video out at some point, I suppose. But yeah, so secret project. We will be
Yes.
scouting out some territory to. Actually, we'll probably want to sleep first. That's the whole reason that I
Yes.
went in there and went upstairs in the first place, was to
Indeed.
sleep.
Yeah, you were going to go to sleep so that it was daytime and we didn't have to run through the forest of evil mobs over there.
These guys certainly do look intimidating. I feel like letting them burn up rather than dealing with
Yeah, it's always a little better.
them. Okay, so go to sleep real quick.
Mm-hmm. And magic.
Ta-da. Radio. So how much do we
Yes.
want to talk about our project here as we head on over?
As much as we want to.
Great. So what is it exactly that we're going to be building then?
Well, I would
That
have
we
to
need all
say-
this space.
Yes, I would have to say if you've watched my recent videos, you may know that we had a certain event last week where we may or may not have taken a bunch of ender pearls and chucked them around spawn trying to play golf, and we may or may not be building a actual ender golf course somewhere on this here server for everyone to enjoy. And there's a creeper and a skeleton, and hello everybody.
Watch out!
That's
Well.
fine. Oh look, apple. Yay.
I could use some of those arrows.
Yeah. Here, I have infinity on my bow. I will lend you some.
I also have infinity, so all I need is one.
Ah. Oh, okay. Well,
Or 9.
I'll take the 8 back then.
So I'm not a big fan of holes. I'm going to go ahead and patch this up.
Sounds fun.
Right, so yeah, we are going to be scouting out land for a Ender Pearl golf course. We're going to be designing and building a golf course that you use your
Yes.
body and Ender Pearls in order to complete the holes. And I think we said that we're going to make it a
9-hole course with a par 30 score. I think is what the average was going to be.
something like that. So part of the planning
Yeah.
process is that we want to find an area. And then we also want to try and test out distances for doing Ender Pearl stuff. So part of the difficulty in designing a golf course isn't so much just the distance. I mean, when you're driving, certainly the distance is a huge factor of it, but the approach on
Yes.
the green is also an important thing to consider. So
Very important.
we're probably going to try and make this simple. I think we said 9 holes, maybe par 30-ish. So we'll probably try and make, a couple that are like, 3-shot holes.
Yes.
I think 4 is going to be the majority.
And instead of bunkers, they're going to have lava field traps.
Do we want to make it lava?
No, I don't think we want to do that.
I was about to say, geez. I think soul sand is a good one for
Yeah,
doing
I think
the
that'd probably be
bunkers.
pretty good. Soul sand would be very nice. It's the pattern's indicative enough that you'd be able to tell it from a distance, and it actually has there's a penalty for going into it.
Yeah, we had water traps as 1 stroke off, and then I
Yeah.
think we'll have the same thing for the soul sand stuff.
Good.
So let's see. This I was thinking this would be a kind of a decent area. It's kind of nearish to where my base is, but there's no one who's building over here. I just want to be sure that we have plenty of space and we're not intruding on anyone. So you have your ender
We're
pearls.
okay. Yes.
Okay, follow me.
Oh. There we go.
Hey, nice shot.
Hey. There you go.
Is this natural? That's weird.
I don't know. That is weird.
Yeah. So it looks like there really isn't much going on this way. All right, you looking? Let's
Yes.
go this way.
And nice. There we go.
The other thing too is that I want to take advantage of some of these natural lakes.
Mhm.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this someone's?
Oh. Well, it's only a.
Now, I'm not going to consider this claimed if it's just these two things here.
Yes. There's that too, and a sheep. Sheep. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe the sheep owns it. I don't know.
Could be. He looks
Sheep-
a little. He
sheep
looks
is
a little
true.
cold.
Is this your property?
Yeah, I'm gonna consider this to be unclaimed land then. Well, it looks like somebody was just caving around here. There's some torches in the cave.
Some torches, which is fine.
It might have even been me at some point. Who knows?
Who knows?
Although I typically don't. I
It's hard to
typically don't
remember
leave
things- it's hard
stuff
to remember
around like
things
that.
happened 5 years ago, anyways.
That's weird. So there's iron there, but there's a torch. So anyway, 5 years. Yeah, I think that we have plenty of room here. This looks like it's going to be good. So I think the first order of business. Well, certainly first we need to make sure that we just have this entire area to ourselves. We'll want to... Ooh, check it out. There's some mountains and some jungle over this way. So.
Interesting. So we have a little bit of
Biome diversity.
biome diversity. That is always nice.
A lot of chickens around here, too.
The chickens are a hazard. Hit a chicken, -5 strokes.
Ooh. That's pretty harsh.
It is pretty harsh. Actually, no, we should give them points for hitting a chicken because that's really hard to do.
Or
Those
no,
things are
not a
small.
jungle. It's a dark... Or it's a,
Dark oak.
oak,
Oh, that's
yeah.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah, this should be plenty.
Yes.
So
and what
one
we
of the
can
one of
also
the
do,
yeah, go for it.
I was gonna say what we can also do is we can buy up all the property alongside the course and then sell it for very fancy homes.
That's true. We could become real estate moguls. I've always wanted to be.
Indeed.
I've always wanted to be kind of a Donald Trump sort of figure. Hey,
You
check it
don't-
out.
You don't want to be Donald Trump.
It's Bunnicula.
Oh, nice.
Did you ever read those books?
Yes.
Look,
Vampire
it's,
rabbit.
yeah, his white rabbit with red eyes. It's Bunnicula.
Mhm.
He's so happy.
It's actually just an albino, but it's
I,
okay.
I choose to believe that that's Bunnicula.
No,
all right.
Nicola the one that attacks. It's no longer in the game. I think they patched that out.
Oh, that's too bad. Look at
So,
all the
yeah.
rabbits.
So somebody is over here, but I think this is.
I think that's.
Wait. Is that
I'm not
Theo's
sure
place?
what that is.
Might be Theo's place.
I think it might be as well. I seem to recall that me and him kind of share area together.
Please land. Please land. Good shot. Okay,
Yeah, I think this is his.
Okay. that's fine. I mean, we don't have to go all the way out here for this, but you know, we'll
Is
leave
this-
we can leave a little bit of space. Yeah, I think this is.
Oh no, poor cows. Yeah, I'm not sure whose this is, but we'll have to avoid this. Okay,
Yeah.
so unfortunately, it looks like the mountain is off limits.
Well, this mountain is off limits, but the other ones are fine. I think.
Oh yeah, I think this is his stuff, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Now this should be plenty of land as long as we remember that the mountain is off limits. This should be fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna have to worry about that too much.
Okay, so I think this is probably a good place for us to leave off here before we cut back in. Kind of want to get our heads together for how we're going to plan this and do some work, and then we'll be back in a
Yep.
bit.
All right, so here we are. We are looking at this wonderful map that we made. Kind of short on read, so we haven't made maps of everything yet. But the idea is we're going to have a whole map wall here, and that will let us get an idea of what the course design is going to be. I think this is going to be basically 12 map space. So I think it will be enough. I might even move these over here up to the top just because that way it's a little more elongated, since I think all the ones on the left side here will probably be ocean. And
Yeah, I think you're right. So if you shift everything over one to the left, it should be good.
yeah, if I shift all these like to the top, that would be fine. But in any
Then-
case, we've got these two maps here. We're going to fill in the rest of this later to get an idea. I don't even know if we'll need, depending on how big we make this, we may not even need anything more than what the 9 we have here, actually.
I don't think.
Um,
I think the 9x9 ought to do it. The other thing
Yeah,
too.
the 3x3, yeah, will be good.
The other thing too is I think Theo's place is going to be showing up.
Which, that will be good, too. That'll be good to know where that is so we can plan around that.
Yeah, exactly.
That way we'll have an idea of how far over we can go. You'll kind of be able to see the biome differences too. So we should be able to do that pretty easily.
Okay. And my experiment is using this place as a starting point because you can kind of see the wood on the map here if you look at the top there. I'm going to be doing a test to see how much distance you get on a perfect 2-shot drive. So my hunch is that if you aim at 45 degrees, that ought to be a perfect drive. And I'm just going to go straight. The problem is that it's nighttime, so I'm going to be accosted by foul beasts. Oh, it looks like the sun's starting to come up.
Yeah, it's starting to turn daytime. We're good.
I'll give it just a little bit of time, then. Little bit of time. Yeah,
Shut
so
up, game. We don't want to talk about this right now. We'll talk about this later.
45 degrees ought to do it, and then we'll figure. I'm going to build some sort of thing so that it shows up on the map.
Something indicative of that.
Okay.
Oh, hey, skeleton. Hello.
Okay, so that should give me an idea of what a perfect 2-shot drive would look like.
Wish I had more reeds. I want to make more maps.
Yeah, we do. I mean, feel free to head back to my place and get some more stuff so that
Yeah.
we can do
Well,
that.
I might scour, scavenge around here, see if I can find some. I'm sure there's some in the wild. I just gotta look for it.
Oh wow, it's almost an entire map. It's almost an entire map section.
Nice.
Jeez,
so we'll be able to
okay.
get some nice stuff going on there. Dead and dead. Okay. Killed all
So
mobs.
for our golf course, I think we do want to make it so that using F3 is cheating. Should all be done by look and feel by hand.
I would think that would be really cool. Be able to do it that way, so that you don't have to be like, oh, I have to go this way. You kind of have this nice visual indicator of where to go next. So we want to have like anything in the sky, because I'm thinking about this. When I was on the NihonTiger fan server, we had an Ender Pearl golf course that was very beautifully built and constructed, and it had 26 holes, one for each letter of the alphabet, and the way that worked out was that each letter there was not only like a visual indicator on the ground, but there was a indicator in the air for each hole, so you knew which one to go to next, as long as you knew what the alphabet was.
As long as you knew what the alphabet was, I think that might be my weak link. I'm not the smartest Joe around, so.
A.
Yeah. Looking at it, just with my bare eyes, I guess. It doesn't look like that much of distance, but when you look on the map, it looks like a huge amount of distance.
Wait. You have bare eyes?
I do. It's a little known fact.
Oh, that explains why. Explains why when we met at, was it Minecon that we met at? Yeah, we met at Minecon,
Yep,
I believe.
Minecon.
That's why you said hello to me and then immediately ate an entire salmon in front of my face.
Wait a minute. Were you at PAX East 2013?
Not 2013, no.
Okay, then yeah, we first met we first met in person at Minecon then.
Yes, I believe so.
Those were good times.
Indeed. Oh, somebody's got a base over here, but I think we're far. We can build around this. I mean, somebody's got some area cleared out here. Just noticing this, but I think it's far enough away that it's not going to be an issue.
Okay.
And we can always maneuver around here and get this all figured out. There should be enough. We might make our course a little squiggly, but that's okay because most golf courses are, especially in the U.S., are kind of crammed into spaces that are surrounded by houses now.
Correct. Like I have some ideas for how we're going to delineate what the holes are in the area. Like divide things off with maybe like quartz or maybe something like sandstone that doesn't cost as much as quartz to get.
Oh, you said quartz. I thought you said quartz, like basketball courts. I'm like, are we gonna have basketball too? Oh my goodness, this is amazing. And I'm just gonna want
basketball.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So I think that's the plan. So I think we'll go ahead and make another cutout here so that we can continue to do a little bit of planning, and then we'll see y'all in a bit.
Maybe we will, maybe we won't. You'll just have to watch and find out. Watch and find out. Ooh, spooky.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. We have finished making the map here,
Yes.
and we've also kind of figured out how we want to lay out the course. So I'll try and explain here as visually as I can. So we've determined that this spot right here is going to be the start of the course. And the way that we're going to split up the work is that me and Nihon are going to work together on the very first hole so that you guys get an idea of what we're going for. And then we're going to split up the work so that Nihon gets the front 4 holes and then I finish the back 4. And then we'll probably meet up at some point to come up with ideas for building the clubhouse. And then this way...
I was going to say we may or may not work together still on some of the holes as time permits. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I may come over and help, and you may come over and help, but... Like, we're kind of going to be the lead architects, I guess you could say, on the whole. It's not necessarily that we're going to build each and everything all by ourselves with no help from the other.
Yeah, exactly. By coming up with a plan now and divvying up the work, we've kind of... Ooh, excuse me. I'm still trying to get over a cold.
All right.
Ooh. By divvying up the work like this, we're able to ensure that... we can work on it on our own, and then if we want to, we can come back together and work on stuff as well. So this will probably be a project that we work on off and on for a little bit of time here. Really looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I'm gonna do a hole that it's gonna have platforms floating in the air, and then Nihon's gonna be doing a hole that potentially goes underground. Like I'm excited about this. It's gonna be cool.
That one's gonna be a fun one because I've got some ideas for that already. And if there isn't a mine shaft hanging around there might be one that gets built.
Yep. So I think that's a good place to leave off for now. We're gonna go ahead and break here. You see you guys in the next episode when we come back with supplies and we start working on that first hole. So thank you so much. My name is Scott. Thanks for watching. And
I'm NihonTiger. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time here on SMBLive Server. Woo!
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.